Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. After Mary went to Aldi and picked up the 14-inch wok with non-stick coating, she messaged me. She said that, Tak, I noticed that when I was there, they have a rice cooker cost only $17. She said that I've been cooking rice on the stovetop with my saucepan, and it's such an inconvenience. I really would like to have a rice cooker that I can just press a button and the rice will be ready in about 30 minutes. She said that this rice cooker is so cheap. Is it any good? I agree with her. A $17 rice cooker is very inexpensive because rice cooker can have a huge price range. Some of the expensive rice cooker can cost up to $250. For example, recently my friend Wayne, he gave me a rice cooker as a present, and that rice cooker cost $170. Until then, I use a rice cooker at about $30. So I'm very curious to see whether this rice cooker for $17, does it really work? So yesterday afternoon, I went to Aldi and picked up one of them. Again, I would really like to know, does it really work? If it does, how would it compare to those rice cookers that cost over $100 or $200? So after I took it home, I cooked 3 kinds of rice. I cooked a long grain rice, which is a jasmine rice. And I cook a basmati rice, which is a super long grain rice. And I also cook a short grain sushi rice, so I can compare all 3 of them. There are many ways to cook rice. Of course, the most common way that people familiar with is to cook rice on the stovetop. But you can also cook rice in a steamer. Another way to cook rice is that cook rice in the oven. A rice cooker was invented in 1955 by a Japanese company known as Toshiba. And since then, rice cooker has become the most ubiquitous appliance in Asian kitchens because rice cooker makes it so much easier to cook rice compared to any other method. All you have to do is mix rice with water and you put it into the rice cooker, you press the button, and usually in about 30 minutes, the rice will be perfectly cooked. A rice cooker cooks rice using the same principle as you would cook rice on the stove. First of all, you boil the rice. And once the rice starts to boil, it will expand. And then the rice will absorb all the moisture and the kernel will form distinctively and become soft. The principle of rice cooker actually is very simple. What it does is that, first of all, the rice cooker has a hot plate. It will heat up the water, and this will boil the rice in the water. Now, as the rice absorbs the water and become plump, the temperature at the bottom of the rice cooker will rise. So all rice cooker has a thermostat that can detect this temperature change. And when this temperature go higher than the thermostat detected, then it will shut off the heat. The residual heat in the hot plate will finish cooking the rice. This method, the rice will be always perfectly cooked. Normally, when you cook rice on the stove, quite often, if you do not turn the temperature off immediately, what happens is that the bottom of the rice will get burned. When you cook with a rice cooker, this will never happen. This basic principle of having a hot plate and a thermostat essentially remain the same in the rice cooker of the yesteryears as the rice cooker of today. Even the most sophisticated rice cooker still work based on this same principle. And so the difference between an inexpensive rice cooker like the one that being sold at Aldi for $17 versus rice cookers that might cost up to $250 is the difference in the sensor, that how it detects the temperature in the rice cooker pot. The sensor essentially is the thermostat that is more sophisticated, more sensitive to temperature change. Therefore, it can better regulate the hot plate. I was going to explain this to Mary, but then I realized that she really does not care. All she wants to know whether this $17 rice cooker will do the job. Recently, there's a New York Times article. They evaluate the rice cookers in the market, and they just selected what they consider to be the best rice cooker. They use a set of criteria to decide what they consider to be the best rice cooker. And I think this criteria also applicable in deciding whether this $17 rice cooker is a good one. And of course, the most important criteria is that does this rice cooker make good rice? So what's the definition of good rice? And according to the New York Times reviewer, a good rice cooker is that they can make even and consistent rice, so that the rice will turn out to be fluffy as long as you put in the right amount of water, and it will have the same consistency each time when they cook. Furthermore, a good rice cooker is that doesn't matter how much rice you cook in it, whether you cook only half of the pot or you fill the pot, the rice should all turn out to be good. And the second criteria for a good rice cooker is speed. Now, in addition that it makes good rice, it would be nice to have a rice cooker that can make rice in less than 30 minutes. Some rice cooker takes as much as an hour to cook rice, and that seems to be way too long. The third criteria is the warming feature of the rice cooker. Most rice cooker can keep the rice warm after it is being cooked. Some can keep the rice warm for a long period of time, whereas some other rice cooker, after they're being cooked, the rice will get dry when it's being in the warm setting. The fourth criteria that the reviewer used is that can the rice cooker cook different kinds of rice? For example, can it cook long grain rice such as jasmine rice as good as short grain rice such as sushi rice? Can it also cook basmati rice? Furthermore, will the rice cooker able to cook, say, brown rice or whole grain rice? And some rice cooker has more limited capacity in handle different kinds of rice. The fifth criteria for some people could be quite important is that the rice cooker has a delay time function that allow it to start cooking the rice many hours later after you put the rice and water in the rice cooker. The last but not least considerations is whether the rice cooker is the right size to cook enough rice for the number of members in the household. And this obviously will be different, and for some individuals, a smaller rice cooker might be more efficient. Okay, let's take a close look at this Aldi rice cooker. First of all, this is a small rice cooker. It's referred to as a 6-cup rice cooker. What it means is that it will make 6 cups of rice. And usually 3 cups of uncooked rice will result in 6 cups of cooked rice. This rice cooker comes with a glass cover. It also comes with a small steamer that you can insert it into the rice cooker, and you can put vegetables in it, and you can use the rice cooker to boil water and to steam the vegetable. And you can also cook rice and steam the vegetables at the same time. This rice cooker has only one button that you push it to turn it on. So it does not have any features that you can select to cook other type of rice, which as you will find in the more expensive rice cooker. It also has no delay time cooking. However, it is able to warm rice because as soon as it finishes cooking, it will go into the warm setting. The only way you can disable this warm setting is to unplug the rice cooker. And therefore, the only way to determine whether this rice cooker is worth at all is to see whether it can make good rice. So I cook 3 different kinds of rice. I cook a long grain jasmine rice, and then I cook a short grain sushi rice. And furthermore, I also cook a super long grain basmati rice. When I cook the long grain jasmine rice, I use 3 cups of uncooked rice, and that actually yield me about 6 cups of cooked rice. In fact, as you can see here, it cooked right to the full capacity of the rice cooker. The long grain jasmine rice turned out to be pretty good. As good as I can tell. I really could not tell the difference between this rice cooker than my usual rice cooker. I then also cooked 3 cups of basmati rice, and it gave me 6 cups of cooked rice. Again, the basmati rice turned out to be very good. Not any difference than when I used my other rice cooker. My main disappointment is the sushi rice. The sushi rice did not do very well in this cheap rice cooker. In comparison to my expensive rice cooker, which really cooked a wonderful sushi rice, much softer and more fluffy. And when I report this result to Mary, and she said to me, "That is great, because all I need to do is just to cook some white rice, and I love jasmine rice. If jasmine rice work out to be great in this rice cooker, I'm going to get it right now." And when I told my wife of this story, and she said that's exactly what you should be doing. You should create a situation so that everybody can apply your fast cooking system in whatever the situation that they are in. For those people who want just something simple, or they might not have the economical means to get expensive tools or equipment or ingredients, you should provide them with an inexpensive option as well. I post a video each day to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine using my fast cooking system. So if you'd like to learn more about my cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.